player literally killed himself because of his drug problems? Hey guys, welcome back to Triple Double. Today we're looking at NBA players who totally ruin their legacy. Imagine rising to the top and then throwing it all away. Being a sports star is the dream of so many young boys and girls around the world. However, few ever manage to be elite athletes. You need the perfect balance of natural talent, hard work, and marketability to make it at the highest level. Then when you get there, you have to deal with ludicrous pressure. Every person on earth has something that they find addictive, but most people find a way to handle it and live their lives accordingly, while others simply don't. But when your weaknesses are drugs and alcohol, it makes it harder to fulfill your goals. Just like the fact that some athletes just can't handle it and end up succumbing to various vices or making bad decisions. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. First up at number 8, Larry Sanders. We're starting out our list with a much more recent case of wasted talent. Sanders was a 6'11" power forward from Florida who went to Virginia Commonwealth University, where he was named the CAA Defensive Player of the Year 2 years in a row. So he must be a super good player, right? So he was drafted by the Milwaukee Bucks with the 15th overall pick in the 2010 draft, and in April of 2014, he started having some troubles with the NBA authorities when he tested positive for marijuana use, and it all started to go downhill from there. In the 2014-15 season, he had another positive test and was suspended for 10 games in January of 2015. After that, he was released from his contract and underwent treatment for his addiction. In 2017, things started to work out for him and he signed with the Cleveland Cavaliers. And we all thought he might get a chance to change his career, but things didn't end well and he eventually just retired. At number 7, Josh Howard. Josh Howard is a 6'7" shooting guard from North Carolina who showed great potential when growing up at the Hargrave Military Academy, which you would think would make a sterner person when talking about illegal substances, right? Well, he went to Wake Forest College where he was able to guide them to their first championship in 41 years and was crowned as the Atlantic Coast Conference Best Player in 2003. He was drafted by the Dallas Mavericks as the 29th overall pick of the first round of the 2003 NBA Draft. He had an okay career where he played 507 regular season games and started 403 of them. He also played for the Utah Jazz in his career, but he never lived up to the hype that he had. He's now a known advocate for marijuana, and it brought him more than one problem during his career, and his career majorly went down because of it. At number 6, Keon Clark. An Illinois native, Clark is one of those people that not many of us know about compared to the other players on this list, but he's someone that even admitted himself to maybe never having played a single game sober while in the NBA, a consequence of him being an alcoholic. He was drafted with the 13th overall pick by the Orlando Magic in the 1998 draft, but was subsequently traded to the Denver Nuggets. He lasted just 3 years on the Nuggets and was traded to the Raptors, Kings, and the Utah Jazz, where he stayed only 1 year for each team. He then retired from the NBA, but his troubles didn't end there, as he was charged with 8 years of prison in 2013 for weapon charges. And would you believe it, he's still in prison right now. At number 5, OJ Mayo. This is another one of the more recent cases, where the 28-year-old West Virginia shooting guard started turning heads when he was a freshman at the University of Southern California, where he went for only 1 year waiting for the next NCAA season to start, taking just 2 classes in the process. He did not come back for his sophomore year, but decided to enter the 2008 draft. He was drafted 3rd overall in 2008 by the Minnesota Timberwolves, but was later drafted to the Memphis Grizzlies. In January 2011, he was banned for 10 games after failing a drug test and ended a season early. But on July 1st of 2016, he was banned from the NBA for 2 years for another drug violation. He was eligible for reinstatement in 2018, but he moved to the EuroLeague and is now playing for the UNICS. At number 4, Shawn Kemp. Born in Indiana, Kemp showed promise from his time as a power forward for Concord High School in his native Elkhart town. In his senior year, he was considered as one of the top 5 players in the whole nation and even led his team to the state championship in 1989, ending his stint there as the all-time scorer. He declared himself eligible for the NBA draft after having some trouble finding a college that suited him and was subsequently drafted by the Seattle Supersonics as the 17th overall pick. He became a 6-time NBA All-Star from the year 1993 through 1998, but in 2002, his season ended early because he was subject to go through drug rehab. After having many drug-related episodes in the following years, he was never able to come back to the NBA, ending his career in Italy. At number 3, Eddie Griffin. This is one of the more sad stories on this list. The Philadelphia native started showing promise with a standout career at the Roman Catholic High School in his city. He enrolled into Seton Hall University in New Jersey, where he was named Freshman of the Year, but following a fight with a teammate, he left the school and declared himself NBA eligible. Because of his attitude, he was relegated to the 7th pick in the 2001 NBA draft and was chosen by the New Jersey Nets, who immediately traded him to the Houston Rockets. During his career, he struggled with alcoholism, and the 6'10" power forward suffered a fatal crash in August of 2007, where he rammed his car into a moving train and was found to be 3 times over the alcohol limit, which ended his life at the young age of 25 years old. Wow. At number 2, Len Bias. This is yet another sad story. Bias was surely going to be an NBA star, but his story ended early as he struggled with a drug problem. He started turning heads during his college career at the University of Maryland, where even though he was considered to be undisciplined, he was named the ACC's Player of the Year 2 times. He was known to be the most complete forward in the 1986 class and was drafted by the Boston Celtics with the 2nd overall pick that year. He was never able to wear a Celtic shirt because he had a seizure and died of cardiac arrhythmia due to his use of cocaine. And finally at number 1, Lamar Odom. The most prolific player on this list, Odom started his basketball career playing for the St. Thomas of Aquinas High School team, where in his senior year, he was even named the Player of the Year by Parade. He went to the University of Nevada in Los Angeles, but he had trouble with prostitution, which led him to leave the school for the University of Rhode Island, but could not play in his first season. In 1999, he led his team to a championship and made himself eligible for the draft that year. He was the 4th overall pick from that year and was chosen by the Los Angeles Clippers. His stint on the Clippers was plagued by suspensions due to marijuana use, and they subsequently sold him to the Miami Heat. He also played with the Lakers and the Mavericks and even won 2 rings for the Lakers, but he was found out to have been struggling with an addiction throughout his entire career. In 2015, he was found unconscious at a brothel while being high on cocaine and Viagra, which put him in a coma, and he's still trying to recover from his addictions to this day. I don't know, man, this seems like an awful case of the Kardashian curse, but don't at me if I'm wrong.
You always hear the Kardashian curse. You know, people like to paint this type of story.
Yeah,
when you hear the Kardashian curse, how do you feel?
That's stupidity, because everybody go through shit. You dumbasses. If I had your family on tape and seen all the shit that your family was going through, people would be like, yo, this fucking family is crazy. You see all the drug addicts, all the sex, they shared their life with you. So you see everything. Maybe it's overexposed, but is it? People love it.
Well guys, that's it for today's video. Let us know about any other player who threw away his career like this in the comments down below. We hope you enjoyed our video. Thank you so much for watching all the way until the end, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys next time. Have a great day.